Iowa on the biggest stage in the women's game. These two young ladies in particular are no strangers to being part of the biggest moments in our sport.
Yes, business is booming, especially for those games, just like what happened in the Big Ten with Iowa playing in those sold-out arenas.
Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman, that's who Joe Buton compared Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese to. But are these WNBA rookies really on that level? Or is this comparison way off base? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Now, let's crunch some numbers. Reese is grabbing nearly 13 rebounds every game, while Clark is only scoring 18 points per game. Pretty amazing. Why do some experts still support Reese when Clark's scoring is so high? This narrative is not as simple as it seems. Let's dissect it. Caitlin Clark is scoring an incredible 18 points per game, which is more than any rookie. Not only that, but she leads all rookies and assists per game with 8, 1, and get this, with 2, 8 three-pointers made per game. She leads the entire WNBA in this category. That is a lot of firepower. This is the tough part, though. Angel Reese is not content to remain in the background. She has also been performing at an unprecedented level with a double-double run that has everyone talking. It's like witnessing a match between two superstars who each bring something special to the court. Notes with stats like that, Clark's got this in the bag, right? Maybe on your mind right now. Not so quickly. Certain analysts are adding a twist to the situation, such as Monica Minette of ESPN. They are arguing that we should take team performance into account in addition to the box score. Look, Reese's Chicago Sky are still alive to make the playoffs. That is very significant. Impact is becoming more important than personal statistics. Can Clark's unique talent surpass Reese's contribution to a successful team? The question that matters greatly is that, but hold on, this onion has more layers ever. After being taken off the Olympic roster, Clark's playing has improved. She seems to have determined to show everyone what they're missing after taking that slight. Personally, her ascent in the Rookie of the Year competition is a testament to progress and resiliency rather than just numbers. Thus, the debate revolves around individual statistics, team performance, and personal development. You must be spinning in your skull, right? The quote that starts everyone talking, though, comes from Joe Buton. Sometimes being the best player doesn't mean you're the most valuable. Give that a moment to settle, and we are discussing more than just who can post the most eye-catching stats.
Comments about the Angel Reese Caitlin Clark race, and I gotta tell you, make some very smart comments.
Joe, Caitlin Clark is a hell of a lot better than Angel Reese.
We are discussing who is having the most influence on their team, the league, and the actual game. It's like comparing apples to oranges, only these apples and oranges are able to grasp boards as well as drain threes. What does all of this signify for the contest for Rookie of the Year? Then this implies that we cannot simply review the statistics and call it a day. Digging deeper, examining the intangibles, and perhaps even defining what valuable means in the WNBA are all necessary. You may now believe that we have discussed every element of this Clark-Reese matchup. However, what if their greatest influence isn't even felt on the court? Here, an entirely different game is being played that has the power to alter everything. There's more to this rivalry than just who can make more threes or pull down more rebounds. It's starting discussions that go well beyond hardwood floors. We're discussing representation, racism, and what it takes to be a successful woman in modern women's basketball. Consider it. When was the last time you've seen such a stir on social media during a WNBA debate? Not only do Clark and Reese play basketball, but they're also revolutionizing the conversation surrounding women's sports. Not just ardent supporters are glued to their TVs during their matches. There are famous people sitting courtside, packed arenas, and an unmistakable vibe. Not convinced by me? Let's examine the figures. Caitlin Clark received an incredible 700,733 votes for All-Stars. Angel Reese is trailing closely at 38, 15 of 18. That's not just remarkable, it's revolutionary. Speak up and say, we're here, we're watching, and we want more. These are voices, not just votes. It's not all about popularity, though. The WNBA is thriving because of this competition. When Commissioner Kathy Engelbert stated at UC, apathy is the death of a brand.
Yes, business is booming, especially for those games, just like what happened in the Big Ten with Iowa playing in those sold-out arenas.
She really nailed the mark because we've drawn so many new fans into what we refer to as the fan funnel this season. Nobody is disinterested in the WNBA interpretation. Reese and Clark are playing for more than just their teams or themselves. Their game is about the league's future. New fans are being attracted to the team, and existing ones are being kept on the edge of their seats by every crossover, every blocked shot, and every post-game interview. This is when the exciting part begins. There's more to this than what occurs in the 40 minutes that games last. It has to do with what these athletes stand for off the field. Angel Reese said it best: people are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold-out arenas, just because of the 2023 NCAA championship game.
Caitlin and Angel Reese, coming off of last year's national championship, was the most viewed ever. Now this year, we blew those records away, and we're so excited to have Caitlin.
Or at the midpoint of a WNBA season that's been like no other. Record-setting numbers on the court, in the stands, and on television.
With just 2 players and a single game, the entire landscape of women's basketball is altered. There's more to this tale, though. Do you recall the time when people said that women's sports lacked passion or feeling? Caitlin Clark has some thoughts on that. I believe it's simply the passion and feeling we play with that may not have always been valued in women's athletics, in my opinion, and it ought to be. She is correct. Not only is skill being displayed in this rivalry, but personality, motivation, and unadulterated passion are as well. It's transforming ideas about what women's basketball should and can be. What does this mean then for the WNBA? It indicates that a sea change is taking place. In addition to vying for Rookie of the Year, Clark and Reese are also vying for the league's soul. Women's basketball can be just as thrilling, intense, and valuable as any other sport, and their rival RRY is attracting new viewers and shattering outdated prejudices. Hold on, this rivalry has been discussed as if it were the newest and greatest thing in sports. However, what if Reese and Clark are truly working together on something? This narrative has aimed that as of yet no one is discussing. You've taken in the bright points, listened to the criticism, and perhaps even chosen a side. The real question is this: what if the competition between Clark and Reese isn't as intense as it first appears? After revealing some shocking information, Caitlin Clark has left everyone wondering about what they really knew about this WNBA matchup.
At the end of the game, what happened? There's a lot blown up on Twitter about Angel Reese following you around, pointing to her ring finger and taunting you.
Iowa on the biggest stage in the women's game. These 2 young ladies in particular are no strangers to being part of the biggest moments in our sport.
Clark doesn't mince his thoughts. Is she really bringing up rivalry here? There's more media hype than genuine animosity. She stated it herself, it's just a game of basketball. Just take a moment to process that. Clark claims that all of those intense discussions and comparative videos aren't all that profound, but hold on, this onion has more layers. Angel Reese is going in a different direction from Clark, who is trying to be cool. She is not afraid of the limelight. No, she's accepting it in this story. Reese is taking on the role of the bad guy, and she isn't sorry about it. If they're not really rivals, why is Reese playing along? Maybe on your mind now. Here's an idea: what happens if they're both participating in the game? And I'm not just referring about basketball. Here, this whole competition thing, it's drawing more attention than ever before to women's basketball, and that's where the intriguing part starts these days. Clark and Reese engage in more than simply on-court competition. They will be playing together in the WNBA All-Star Game soon. Yes, you did indeed hear that the 2 players who have spent the entire season competing against one another are coming together. Even Reyes is excited about it. She's stating, I know so many fans are going to come out to watch both of us. You see what's going on here? They're trying to raise awareness of the game they love by leveraging this fictitious competition when everyone else is playing checkers. It seems like they are playing chess. They have created a win-win scenario out of this narrative that is pushed by the media. Women's basketball deserves more admirers' focus and respect. Let's not misunderstand. Though they can still be competitive even if they aren't sworn foes. These 2 are among the game's top young talents. They naturally strive to outperform one another on the floor. Simply put, they're old enough to understand that it's not personal. Clark is emphasizing that there isn't a true narrative here regarding superiority. It's all about the game and the contributions they're making to women's hoops. It's about moving the sport forward, smashing records, and altering people's perceptions. It's possible that our perspective of the Clark Reese situation has been incorrect. Perhaps it doesn't matter who the hero and the evil are. Perhaps it's about 2 upand coming stars who realize that all boats rise with the tide.
Left an indelible imprint on the business of women's basketball.
seem like it's something, but I love Caitlin and I love her game and I admire everything that she's done.
Consider it every time we have a conversation about Clark versus Reese women's basketball comes up every highlight video stack comparison, and contentious debate helps increase the WNBA's visibility. And here's where the true game changer lies. There's more at stake than simply personal glory for Clark and Reese. Their goal in participating is to improve their sport. You have the opportunity to demonstrate to the world how thrilling women's basketball can be with each and every three-pointer rebound and post-game interview. Okay, let's finish up this Budden's sharp analysis. The statistical duel and the seismic impact these two are having on culture are all things we have witnessed. Here's the thing though, Reese and Clark together, they are not antagonistic, they are revolutionary. Consider it every disc, highlight video, and social media frenzy centers around women's basketball. These rookies are stoking the fires in the WNBA, which has never been hotter. The truth is that women's basketball is the true star of this game. Regardless of your allegiance to Team Clark or Team Reese, this discussion it's making everyone aware of the WNBA. It's no longer only about who is superior, it's about advancing the sport as a whole. Consider this the next time you hear about Clark vs. Ree. Are you seeing the formation of history? Because you or I assure you,